Alright guys, I'm not gonna waste too much time this time, but I'm gonna try to get right to the point. I do sound sick, which is what I am. I've been sick for the past week or so. I've been nearly dying, you could say. And I'm not really sure how or why or what got me sick, but that's really besides the point. Just wanted to apologize for my really raspy voice, but I really wanted to get this video out as SKYFALL is dying. Developers are not doing a good enough job keeping the game alive, as their updates are really shabby, I'd like to say. There's just too much wrong with the game. Starting off with I guess my biggest issue with the game currently is its PvP.
Holy Jesus! What is that? What the fuck is that?
The position where the PvP's at is just downright atrocious. Hitboxes for things like the dagger are non-existent. You will nearly ever, literally never land an M1. You have to be inside of a person to land an M1, and in any situation that's never happening in a combat that's based off of pressing F in the middle of someone hitting you. You're just never gonna be able to land like 2 hits on them or be able to even get next to them. It's just not happening. Then it all becomes like literally move spam and jump. There's no jump cooldown. How are you gonna make a PvP game where there's a class that is based off of throwing kunais like this at people? How are you gonna do that? How are you gonna do that if players can just press space and dodge your zero vertical hitbox dagger or your skills? There's literally nothing you can do. You will never land your death mark on someone because it's always on the bottom. Just a horizontal line, and it's got a really bad hitbox as it is. It's like, and the worst part about all this is game developers are just constantly taking everything from their previous game, Pirate Lineage 2. Like this, the shadow NPC, everything besides the weapon models and the new thing in the middle of it with its clothing. All this, the whole model itself and these particles, the black ones, that's just PL2. These kunai, the whole idea for the class, that's just Pirate Lineage 2 still. They just took it, slightly changed it, remodeled it, changed the move names, and that's it. And they removed the stun from it, so it's not really viable. There is no such thing as doing a crazy combo where you throw out your shadow on a player to then land a kunai. They just press F. Spam jump in this game. In Pirate Lineage, at least the combat felt smoother because there were things like jump cooldown, stun. If you're gonna make a game that wants to kind of have a similar combat system to Deep Pokken, at least make it that way. You either make it stun combat or non-stun combat, because currently it's fluctuating between the two. Like Katana is all about stun-based moves, lock moves, or things that get you stuck in a move that lasts like 3-4 seconds and you can't do anything. Well, there's Dagger, which is supposed to be a stun-based class, but it doesn't do that. And even if it did, it wouldn't do anything because they can just spam space. Like, what? And the fact you're stuck to a dagger? My apologies. To land a dagger hit to be able to do your combo? Are you serious? It's awful. They really need to get their shit together. And that's not all of it either. When you go to your ability tree now, it's just skills. It's just your weapons. What is that? To get your health, you have to get armor from an event, which is over there. You have to do an event which people do either with alts or friends, so new players have no way how to increase their health and get an advantage. What is that? You're basically making it not Guild Wars, but you're making it friend-only game basically, to the point where there is no solo progression. You've made it so that when someone spawns in as a freshie, they're just going to get insta-targeted by all the maxed out players, and how is that any bit fun for the players? Every single player that just joins the game, they've been complaining in my YouTube comments constantly. I see you guys, I'm sorry for not being able to reply, I've just been really sick and doing other things. Every single one has been complaining. They spawn in, they try to go get a mushroom here or there, and they just get ganked. They can't play the game, they can't get money, they can't do anything. You guys need to get your shit together. That's the reason nobody wants to play right now or is unable to play, and you went from having 500 active players to what is it, 70, 80 now? What is that dip? You had a genuine community that were interested in a game that's in its alpha, but you didn't give them the updates that they needed for the game. I see other games being developed on much faster, from complete scratch, than a game that already has its general idea. And you guys are constantly delaying your updates, taking too long to actually do anything, and you're not changing the combat in the way that it's supposed to change. Unless you're doing a massive update, you're just pulling a GPO, but you don't have all the previous updates or all the previous content to back the game up. So in reality, you're not really doing anything. I'm sorry this video is just gonna be a rant, but I'm just tired. It's like, I really wanted this game to work out, but like, what is this? Like, let's be real. All of this needs to be changed. And I know that people in the community and in my comments are just dying to say what's wrong with the game, to complain, but there is no feedback. Devs, they don't listen. Colin, Trell, come on guys. Even I don't have contact with any of you anymore. Like, how am I supposed to at least deliver the things that people in my comments are telling you guys? Isn't feedback what's supposed to shape the game? It's not really going to do anything if you guys aren't listening at all. It's ridiculous. Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous, and I'm sorry. But you guys really need to do something about it. Like, I genuinely had high hopes for the game, because the models, they look great. The animations, cool. Effects, cool. The general idea for the game, very cool. But it's not going anywhere if you don't balance the one thing that the game currently has, combat. The whole point of Phase 1 was combat phase, where you flesh out the combat to make it fun and enjoyable. And then you moved on from Phase 1, and said now you're going to be adding everything else, like content and stuff, but you didn't even finish up. You left Phase 1 unfinished, and now it's undesirable to play it. The combat is now just ridiculously abominable. There you go, can't speak. Come on guys, you actually have to just tee up and do something about this. I can't. I don't see how this game is going anywhere if you guys don't fix that. I'll be real with you. I really don't see this if it's going anywhere. People are just gonna slowly quit the game. Even for a big enough update, there's not gonna be many people that are gonna come back, so they'll forget about the game. They'll remember how shitty it was because of the combat system, and they won't be willing to return and give it another chance. We've seen this happen with a lot of games, and that's how they die out. You just need to find something and do something about it. Whether it's shifting focus in development right now, or I don't know, hiring new staff members, new developers. Either get a bigger like staff or developer team, so you can work on multiple things at the same time, or just put your mind to one thing and actually make it work. Because you keep adding things that just don't make sense. Like Katana class, amazing, you added cool new content, but it doesn't fit the game style at all. You just added a class that is so abridged, and now you did the same thing with Dagger. How and why? Alright. I don't know, man. This is just me ranting. If you guys have any other things that you hate about the game you'd love to like see get fixed, maybe one of the devs is gonna take a peek at my video. I'll still send it to them, but they haven't really been responding to me at all. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for me. I'm not really gonna edit this because I'm way too sick and I just need to get something out because the game's shape is just no. It's not playable. I'm sorry. I don't see how any player is going to stick to the game, play it, and enjoy it when it looks like this. Either way, see you guys, and I guess have fun not playing the game until they change it.